How to set up data collection tasks from a file. Oftentimes we're provided a list of different types of devices to collect from, and how can we quickly get this into RedSeal without having to create these tasks one by one. So one of the things that we do is we go in and we create a template, and we create a template for each one of the device types that we'll be collecting. We set it up with all the information that we would need, and I typically give the task name template to that. I export this in a CSV file. Open up Microsoft Excel, and here we see a typical export of our CSV. Now the top line is very, very critical for importing this back in. The rest of these, though, can be right here taken away. What I'm focusing on is keeping this top line here, data collection task, and the next line right here that says task name. This is the headers that we're going to need to import that. Let's look at our items here. So I have some routers, I have some firewalls, and I have some load balancers. So let's take this, copy, and I set up a spreadsheet in advance that I'm going to use for device names, and I'm just going to dump those in here. I'm going to say HP&A is the methodology that I'm going to use to collect them, and I'm just going to control down, and then I'm going to use concatenate to create a name for us. And concatenate works really, really well for this. So concatenate I'm going to say this, comma, quotes, dash, quotes, comma, HP&A, done. And I'm going to bring that down. Now I have device names, task names. So let's go over and bring this into what we have. So let me bring in our task names first. So let's come over here and bring this in. Oops, sorry. Very important to do a paste special and paste values only. Okay, we got that in. So for my, what I want to do is just insert a line here, insert a line here, and for my firewalls, for my brocades, take them down here, and then for my Cisco, I'll just bring these guys up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to go through, I got to bring this up too and get rid of that crazy line. And for the Cisco template, I'm just going to bring them across. iOS, and I'm going to fill down. Over here, I'll grab my router names. Fill those down. And then for the rest of this, I'll simply come down here as well, and I will fill down. Now, just like I did over there, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to fill down, grab my device names for my Junos, copy, paste. For my brocades, while I'm just here, let's get those out of the way. Copy, paste, and let's fill that down as well. Oops, I go get the top there. And the same thing goes in here. So I gotta come across and crossed. I'm gonna save this. and I'm going to return to RedSeal. Save, yes, yes, and I'm going to bring this in as a file. And you see that we've imported that. If I go to my data collection tab, all of the data collections now that I had as a file over here have now been added here. I hope that you enjoyed this instructional article and that it makes your installations a little bit easier. Cheers.